Welcome, Good Friday Live. Have you had a good Friday on Good Friday? Mine has been non-stop, non-stop. At 7 a.m. I was on the Zoom doing a live PT session in Sky. Then at 8 a.m. I was in Wales doing a joint live PT session. And then I had spin at the gym, hit the gym, and I've literally just come off from a life coaching call with a client. So it has been a full-on day. What have you been up to today? Let me know. I wanted to come on and talk about living life in fear because it was a theme of the life coaching call I just came off with a client. It's been a theme of some calls this week, and it's based partly on people's own health, but also on the viewpoint of others, worrying about opinion of other people, but also based on family history of ill health too. And I was just coming on and popping on the topic living your life in fear. And I just seen it pop up and saying the guy from S Club 7's died and he's only 46, I think 42, maybe 42, 46. So again, another young person who I think S Club 7 are just getting back together, right? And he's no longer with us. Speculation, as always, about what, but ultimately, he's no longer with us. And early 40s, my age ultimately. So it's that whole thing about we live life in fear instead of living life. So what does that look like? Well, that's different for each person. So for you, it might be the what ifs. So it could be around your health. What if I get cancer? What if I get a brain tumor? What if I get COVID? It can be based around those. What if it comes back? What if something happens and I can't do X, Y, and Z? And other types of what ifs are about what people think. What if people think I'm lazy? What if people think I'm not good at my job? What if people think I'm not contributing? What if I'm not good enough at that thing? And then the other realm of it is what if we're going to split up? Talking about relationships. What if they don't love me? What if actually this whole thing's not going to work out? What if it's not meant to be? So it's all around the what ifs, the doomsday what ifs, around health, around relationships, around career. And I see this particularly with females, and especially as we come up to our hormonal period. So if you're still having monthly periods, it's definitely a pattern before when anxiety and stress comes out. And I also see it generally for women who have been through the menopause. We talk about the drop in the hormone levels, which can lead to massive anxiety. I think there's been a bit of publicity around that recently, around menopause, hormones, anxiety, and what that can do for female mental health. And traditionally in this country, what GPs have done is put women on antidepressants rather than HRT, for example. So our hormones do have a major impact in our mental health and how our body functions, but we also have a huge impact on that too. So if you're constantly living in fear of what ifs in the negative realm, you need to reel this back. Because if you're living in what ifs in a negative realm around your health, the main thing you can be doing is reducing your stress levels. And what I see with a lot of my female clients when I'm life coaching them, even when I'm doing training them, the what ifs around health fears are actually outweighed because they're causing themselves so much stress around it. So all the good stuff they're doing is outweighed because they're causing them so much stress worrying about the negative what ifs. So it's really about you changing that perspective. And it's not to say that they're negative people. It's just the fact that actually we all have those thoughts. And it's one of the conversations I've just had. Like, I don't want to be a negative person. It's not that you're not a negative person or a positive person, not a positive person or either which way. You're allowed to have negative thoughts and you're allowed to have positive thoughts. We're all over the place. We're meant to be. We can't always be in this happy medium space, but it's really about what you tell yourself on a daily basis, then is what you're going to get. So if you keep worrying about getting COVID, then you're stressing your body, your immune system's going to be down. And what do you know? Told you so. Now I've got COVID. And then when they're in COVID, they test every frigging day, stressing themselves out with it. What if I go past 10 days and I test positive still? And it's like, take away all the fear. Now, take it away and stop winding yourself up and stressing yourself out. And it's the same with people being in a relationship. What if he doesn't want me anymore? What if that this is the end of it because we've had an argument and he's going to say enough is enough? You get to choose. So we forget that we have a choice. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, when it comes to our reaction to illness, we have a choice. Now, I'm not saying COVID is on the same stance as cancer. Obviously, it's two different ball games. I know that from the work I do, but I'm talking about in terms of your emotional response to things and your response, because a lot of these women are healthy women, but they are living in this negative world of fear about losing what they have or never getting what they want or things not working out. So what can you do around this? But you have to really think about, well, what is it I do want? So rather than living in fear of, oh, I don't want that to happen. Oh my God, what if that happens? What if? Well, what if it turned out well? What if you got a pay rise? What if you got a promotion at work? What if you were recognized for the quality of work? What if the relationship did work out? What if you're really healthy and you live till 120? So it's that whole thing about changing it and looking at the positives, because whenever you have a negative what if, you could build evidence around why that is not going to be the case. But instead of spending the energy and time on that, focus on the positive what ifs. So if you catch yourself saying, oh, but what if this happens? Think about the positive. What if that happens? What if in a positive light? And if you're like, oh, that's all fine for you to say, Julie, do a gratitude list. Write down 10 things you're grateful for right now. Think about, well, you might not get to 10 right now, but give me 3 right now. Think about 3 right now. If you're on the StreamYard, give permission so you can put your comments in. 3 things right now you're grateful for. And out of those 3 things, have you ever had doubts about whether they'd happen? It might be around your house. Did you ever have doubts that you might not get the mortgage? You might not have the finance for the mortgage. If it's about your partner, the relationship, do you ever have doubts about, oh, is this relationship working? Is it about support from family and friends? Did you ever have doubts that they wouldn't be there to support you during the tough times? Maybe you've got evidence where they didn't support you through the tough times. But the point is, focus on what you're grateful for, focus on the positive what ifs, and bring down your stress levels. And if it still doesn't work for you, then meditation is the way to go. Meditation isn't about quieting the mind. Meditation is about recognizing your thoughts and patterns and letting them move on so you don't get stuck in them. We all have what we call a crazy 8 pattern. Crazy 8, and it's different for everybody. Some people, the crazy 8 could be a period of kind of depression, beating themselves up about something, and then they snap out of it and they get their highs again. Oh, life isn't that bad, it's all right. And then something happens and they're stuck at the bottom, so they're going to eat a bar of chocolate because work was a bit shit today, so I'm going to eat a bar of chocolate. And then, oh, someone recognized me, said I've done a great presentation, so now you're in the happy path. So it's that thing, everybody's got a crazy 8 pattern, and it's understanding what's yours. What are the things that pull you down? What are the things that lift you up? So just think about it. Don't worry, Hazel, you can spend time looking at it. So, don't think about, it can be quite hard. So don't worry about only having 2 at the moment. Work on it. After this, we can go away and you can pop me through a picture of your 10. Take a little time to really think about it. And it can be simple things as having a fridge full of food. So really just give yourself a little bit of time to think about it. But they're 2 strong ones. But yeah, let's go for 10 and see what we can come up with. So yeah, as I'm saying, everybody's got their crazy 8 pattern. And I've got them too, and I feel it too. And there's things that are happening in my life now where are trying to drag me down here. And I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. I'm up here now. So we all have those things. But the problem at the bottom of the crazy 8 is when we default into things that don't work for us. So eating the bar of chocolate, maybe having the glass of wine to try and relax because we're stressed out. That's our go-to. So it's thinking about actually what are the things that derail us and how do we react to those? What if actually we built a resilience to those things and we dealt with them? We had the emotions around them, but we moved on in a positive way rather than sitting in them. Okay, so it's certainly a pattern, like I say, with female clients. It's certainly a pattern I see with not just my life coaching clients, but my nutrition clients and even PT ones too. And like say things like cancer, I've recognized the pattern where someone's lost a family member at what's deemed a young age or a similar age. It can put the fear into you about your health and what does that look like. But I was mentioning there about meditation, and the reason for meditation is that there's evidence coming out around your DNA telomeres, and DNA telomeres last for around 120 years, but obviously as we age, they kind of shorten the lifespan. So how can you look at preserving your DNA telomeres to live a longer life and age less? And meditation has come out with one of those evidences around it. So just sitting in meditation, you can use, I know this Headspace, I personally found Headspace got massively complicated, so I use the Calm app. I use the Calm app, stick it on, 10 minutes, you start off kind of guided, and then they go into almost like a lesson on the second part of it, and that's what I like about it. And as I was mentioning, meditation isn't about sitting there and clearing your head. It's about sitting there, recognizing the thoughts that are coming up, and then you can even put labels on them. So you can go like, that's planning, that's learning, that's family, and recognizing the patterns and seeing them as clouds and just let them pass by. So rather than getting stuck in that what if, see it passing you by. So if you're like a work project stressing you out, something with the family, you're worried about, oh, are they going to have the finances for this, or something's happening with one of the kids is getting bullied at school, whatever it is, if you see these patterns coming up, that's okay, but just let them pass by as a cloud instead of getting stuck in that thought, because the brain likes comfort. That's why we ruminate on problems and go over and over again, because the brain likes comfort. It's there to protect you. So think about what you can do to move out of that. And meditation helps you do that. And it helps you move from the negative what ifs to recognizing that they're passing clouds. So think of it as passing clouds. Anything that's negative and what if, spend the time, 10 minutes daily meditation. You can do it morning, you can do it evening, even in the middle of the day. And it's just all about taking a bit of time for you as well. And you'll feel so much better for that quick, short 10 minutes. Okay, team, let's summarize because I appreciate you might want to get on with your bank holiday Friday. Summary is focus on the what if positives. What if positives. When you catch yourself, what if in a negative, take it back and look at the positive. What if it works out? What if I get the job? What if I get the promotion? What if the family's okay? What if, all the positive things. And when it comes to actually calming down your nervous system, looking after your health, then think about meditation, 10 minutes morning or evening. Use one of the apps like the Calm app. Remember, it's not about clearing your mind. It's just spotting, labeling, identifying thoughts that are going on in your head, because the brain loves comfort and it loves to take you back and protect you, although those thoughts might not be the most positive things that lift you up. So think about breaking out that cycle and labeling things. And I'd say meditation is the thing that's going to help you with your health, your stress levels. Our bodies are all inflamed, stressed to the max with all this negativity what ifs. So the positive what ifs combined with the meditation, combined with the gratitude about 10 things you're grateful for, try and do it every day. It's going to help you move from the stress, the negativity of what ifs, and just spend your energy on the positivity. And the more you face into the positivity, it's that whole thing, you'll spot more positive things in your life. You'll be grateful for more things in your life. It's just tuning into that different mindset, and it can be done. All right, team, so go away, do your 10 things you're grateful for. DM me a little picture. Look at getting your meditation 10 minutes morning or evening. And if you've not done it before, don't try and do it like 5 days a week. Don't go all in. Just try one or twice a week and then build on that habit. And in the what ifs, catch yourself your own patterns. It might be words you say out to your partner, maybe words you say out to family. Catch yourself with the negativity and turn it around. All right, team, go live life, enjoy and belief and happiness and fun. And let's start just living a bit more based on joy, happiness, and fun, and belief and positive what if, rather than restricting and living a life in fear and worry. Okay, team, enjoy your evening. Any questions about that, drop me a note. I appreciate you. Look forward to getting your 10 gratitude lists. Take care. Thanks, team.